Okay, let me just check again. Do you have the remote? Are we good to go? Are we good to go? Well, okay? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's do this. All right, good afternoon. Sorry, we are about 3 minutes behind time, but better late than never. Hello, folks. We are back. Yes, the Prime Minister had actually mentioned the extension of our MCO all the way to the 28th of April. That's right, we are entering the third phase of the MCO. And so whilst a lot of people are not really looking forward to it, I think it is absolutely necessary to completely beat the COVID-19 once and for all. So I'm totally I'm very agreeable with this decision because unfortunately there are still some people who are very stubborn, who are still not going ahead with the government's ruling of staying at home. This one or this one? I always forget. Okay, down.
The one at above is for Skype.
In fact, do you know, I'm going to just show you an article which states that the MCA should be extended to and beyond Raya. Okay, so this is from the Academy of Medicine of Malaysia, that the current MCO must continue beyond even the third phase. So we're looking beyond the 28th of April. For public health reasons, the ban on non-essential interstate travel must continue leading up to and beyond the Idul Fitri period. Let's take a look at this article as to why they say so. Okay, now Hari Raya is expected to fall on May 24th, as most of us know. The Kamatan as well as the Gawai festivities have already been cancelled, so there's not going to be any mass gatherings. Sana kidisi tiada lah itu Kamatan sana tu. Kamu Kamatan sendiri-sendiri sana rumah lah ba. The same goes for, of course, Raya also. And I know a lot of people are looking forward towards the Idul Fitri. A lot of people are looking forward towards the Ramadan Bazaar, but this is absolutely necessary, and I wholeheartedly agree that right now, even if the MCO is going to be lifted, we cannot afford to go, to potentially undo all the good that has been achieved from staying home for the past 1 month or so. So the war against COVID-19 is far from over. So whilst it is painful to be staying safe, I'm going to be positive about this, to be staying safe at home, it is driving some people bonkers, like yours truly over here, but it is absolutely necessary, all right? So most people are getting used to routine, and some are improvising their lives. It is now the new normal, as we've been hearing over and over again. So today we have two guests to share their MCO experience and how they are improvising or trying to make do and make light of this situation. So first up, can you run half a marathon when you are confined, staying safe at home? Well, this local entrepreneur stroke personality stroke, he hates the word, but he is a celebrity, has proven just that. So let's check out this video before I introduce our first guest. Take a look. Okay, we're going to just put it on full screen. And here we go.
Hold on.
Is there a sound to this?
No, there's no sound.
There's no sound. Okay, we're going to just put transition. Hopefully you can see it on your screens.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So this is the mad person who's done about 2,100 loops around the confinement of his own home. If you don't know who he is, don't worry. I will be introducing him in just a few moments from now. He is mad. Initially, I had teased about him on my IG story. And we're going to talk to him live. Let's try and call him up. Yes. 2 days ago, he managed to run half a marathon. That would be about approximately 21.1. Yeah, can you guess? Actually, if those who followed my Instagram story, you would have sort of known who he is, because I've sort of mentioned the guests who will be appearing on our YouTube. But yes, can you guess for those who probably didn't see my IG story? Let's see.
Call him.
Let's call him. Yeah. Let's see who this madman is.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hello, hello. Can you hear us? Can you see us? Can you hear us?
But where are you, brother? Where's
All
your
right,
handsome
there
face?
you
Oh,
go.
right.
Yes. Hello, Rashidi Ishak in the house. You know, I saw that video of you. I read the description. And then I terus pakai my outfit, my workout outfit, hoping to be like you lah. Maybe not do 21.1 kilometer, but at least do 1 kilometer around my house. First and foremost, Rashidi, how are you doing? It's up. There's ups and downs. We're okay. There's ups and downs. The kids are trying not to drive us up the wall. We've actually locked our office room just so that we would not be disturbed for the next hour. All right, Rashidi, 2 days ago, you managed to run half a marathon from home. First thing first, why do this? Why? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it must be tough for someone who... That's a passion. You do it on a daily basis. It's your drug. Right.
Hey, can't hear Rashidi's voice. Hold on. Well,
Mm-hmm. Oh, Rashidi, I'm going to just
Hold on,
interrupt
man.
you
Oh,
for a
sorry.
while because you've got such a good
I
sound bite there. Apparently, our viewers at home are saying they can't hear you. So we're trying to figure out if it's our side or your side because I can hear you absolutely clearly. All right, so for those of you who have joined us, we're just checking the audio on our side because I can hear Rashidi, Rashidi can hear us.
Always like
I'm
this.
speaking to Rashidi Ishak, who just completed half a marathon while being cooped. I don't like the word cooped actually, but it is cooped. 21.1 kilometers while being MCO'd at home. And he's with us right now on Skype, but we are just trying to get his audio in check. And again, let me just summarize what he just told me so that in case, for those of you like Farah, Fato, Lawrence, as well as Amoy and the rest who are watching us right now, basically he said that, you know, running for him is a passion. It's his drug. I know that for sure.
It is,
I
yeah.
love running. And it's his way of escaping. Have we got his audio ready already now? Give us a sec here, Rashidi. I know you can hear us. We're just trying to see if...
Yeah, okay.
Always like this.
You know, every time when we got it...
Can hear voice?
Can you hear now? We can hear Rashidi?
Yeah, I can.
Can you hear me?
Haha, okay. Farah said, aku turun naik tangga pun pengsan. Ini buat half marathon. I know.
Can. Alright.
That's crazy. Okay, so we are back. Audio is great. I mean, yes, it must be tough for you. You're not someone who's confined to a treadmill, for instance. So even if you had a treadmill back at home, it's just not
I
the
don't
same
have,
for
yeah,
you,
I
right? You
don't. Yeah.
wanna make sure you run outdoors. So
Yeah.
you measured the length of your porch from end to end, approximately about 5 meters. To
Yeah,
make
actually, it's the actual length is about 6 meters from the gate until the front door. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You're crazy. And then?
Yeah, but so I gave like 5 meters, approximately 5 meters for me just to run from point A to point B and come back. So the whole loop will be like, one loop will be 10 meters lah. So
Right.
it's easier for me to calculate, and you know, I just have to like just complete about 2,100 loops to finish the half marathon.
And how did you calculate it? That means you knew you had to do about 2,000 plus. Did you count
Yeah.
2,000 plus, or you had a timer?
I have my wearables, my Garmin watch,
Right.
the setting isn't so accurate because it's like, you know, running indoor, the GPS couldn't locate you
Yeah,
and
and you're
stuff
like
like
a
that.
short
So that's why
distance.
I just measure the whole length. It's easier for me to to know. That's why I say it's approximately I had to complete about 2,100 loops to complete the 21 kilometer lah basically.
Oh gila bro. You are like the Tiger King, a caged tiger
What?
that that going round and round and round is like
Kau tak pening ah?
Pening oh.
Was there
It's
any
like-
time during that loop that you said, no, this is just getting silly,
No.
I'm gonna stop? Look at you.
I mean, I look like a hamster there. I mean, like to and fro, going up and down, up and down. Yeah, but actually, it's more like it's tough on your mental.
Right.
But I just know that I can do it, and I will do it, and I did it.
And you did it.
So yeah,
you did in 2 hours, 3 hours.
2 hours 27
Oh
minutes.
gila lah.
Is that your best personal record? Even if
No,
it was no.
I mean I did 2 hours 3 minutes for my 21 km lah, but but for indoor, I mean it's not accurate, but
Right.
it's more or less about that lah, you know.
I know the Standard Chartered Kel Marathon. That's one that I always look forward to.
Yeah.
Has been cancelled. I'm sure there are many other runs that you've signed up for are also axed out just because of this COVID-19.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that, and how are you dealing with it mentally? Because you're someone who looks forward to activities and events like this.
Especially for the past 1 year, it's been like I'm on a high, right?
Yeah.
It's like I just got endorsed by 2-3 brands this year, and I just being enrolled as one of a so-called professional running team.
Congratulations. Well done.
Yeah, so I completed my ultra trail this year also. So it's like
That was 52 km, right?
50 km, 50
Not
km.
bad.
So I was really on a high lah, basically.
Sure.
And I've been lined up to run another about 8 to 10 races this year.
Has
but
everything been axed? Has everything been cancelled?
so far there's no confirmation on many events just yet. I mean, towards the end of the year, but the ones that really like in the near future all been cancelled. I'm supposed to run for Lengking Trail Run late March, but it's been cancelled. And the latest one is of course the Stanchart KL Marathon.
Yeah. That's a bummer.
And it's a bummer, right? Because for me it's the best marathon event in Malaysia lah.
That's for me too.
You just can't compete with it, like, it's the best.
All right, Suzanne T. I think I had actually asked you this, but just in case they didn't hear you because of the audio glitch earlier on, Suzanne T. asked you, Rashidi, what has inspired you to do this marathon at home?
I don't know, man. I actually I saw two friends of mine, basically runners lah. One of them is my team principal from Malatra Events. He did an ultra running 50 kilometers just around his house. I mean, he's got an area lah in his house. So for him, it's quite okay to run. I mean, still not okay lah. 50 kilometers, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, dude.
And another friend of mine, she did 50 kilometers just at her porch. So those two, basically, the two runners inspired me to do this half marathon lah. So and then I read somewhere in China, China or Europe, I don't know. This guy who ran in his balcony, his apartment's balcony. He ran a full marathon on his balcony. So those are the things like that. Okay, that's quite inspirational, right? I mean, you can actually do it if you just put your mind to it. So it just proved that you can just do anything lah. Basically, whether or not you want to do it or not, that's about it lah.
I agree. I've got a friend of mine who is a prenatal yoga instructor, and she misses hiking. So what she does is, because she left most of her stuff at her studio or something like that, she used a broom as a hiking stick, and she goes up and down her staircase at the condo with a heavy knapsack to give her that bit of a challenge. And speaking of mental mental strength. I think one thing that has made you stronger in that sense is that you're a firm believer of positivity, good energy, good vibrations. I remember speaking to you about this in length over lunch
Yeah.
one day. Tell us a little bit more about that and why you're a firm believer in short, law of attraction.
Yeah, it's true. It's yeah, of course. And when you talk about how you prepare yourself to being mentally tough to just tackle about to do anything like running or run a marathon or to do such for me it's like it's in a confined place like this is even tougher lah.
Yeah.
Of course it's basically how you get in tune with your you can have that strength coming from yourself, from your inner self, especially.
Yeah.
So so basically it's how we understand that it's all about not only about the mental. It's just it's if you know that you are a powerful being, just being yourself, you can actually do anything, right? That's what the basis of the law of attraction is. It's like you got to know that. Like it's like something like you want to attain happiness, you must be happy yourself first. Then only you can attract the happiness to come to you. So it's basically the same about how the mental strength and how you can actually in tune with your. So we call it the source, right? I mean, the source is basically from our the thing inside us. It's how it basically connects to everything else in this world, in the universe.
Yeah.
So so it's basically if you just tap a bit of it, that you understand that you are actually a powerful being, then you can almost do anything that you ever
Our
want in this world.
mental strength is
Yeah.
unbelievable. If you put your mind to something, you can achieve
Yeah.
so many good things. And I
Yeah.
absolutely agree with you on that. And I used to think that if I was able to achieve a certain level of success, then I will be happy. But actually, it's the other way around. I can only achieve that level of success of whatever if I myself am happy first. You know what I mean? It's not the other way around.
Correct. Yeah, true. It's true.
I wouldn't have guessed that you would be the founder and face of a beauty product line. Staraski is something that
It's not a beauty product lah. It's a
it is
perfume
in a way perfume, but then they've also got
Kau jambu.
Staraski is a perfume, but you also have a skincare, not under Staraski, but it's under the same umbrella.
It's a phase 2. It's called phase 2. It's
phase 2.
yeah.
Okay, so how's that going? Is it still ongoing? And
It's ongoing, but it's kind of tough at the moment. Not only because of the MCO, but even from because it's products they come and go, right? So you have to create and recreate and you create the branding of it. So you just have to spend a lot of time just to make it more accessible, more aware. I mean, people get to know about the products and all.
And I
So
think as opposed to like vegetables kau makan sekali and then now you need to replenish your vegetables. But perfumes, they last a little bit longer.
It could last like longer than like especially like mine. Mine is basically it's a higher concentration. I mean,
Right.
it's not EDT. It's not even EDP. It's higher than EDP. It's extrait de parfum.
Wow.
It's slightly thicker than your EDP, your eau de parfum. So it can last. I mean, my 50 ml it can last about 3,000 sprays, but actually you just need about 1 or 2 sprays on yourself
So
a
maybe
day.
it's a bad thing that you made it such potent because now people are like, ni boleh tahan ni, lama ni. That's a good problem in a way, you know what I mean? So this is Staraski perfumes that we're showing online right about now. So if you are curious to smell like Rashidi or
it's unisex, it can be used by both men and women.
I use it, he uses it, so it's easy for us to travel with just one perfume if I'm not bringing my essential oils. So yeah, please go and check out his Instagram. We're showing it on our YouTube page right now. Just hold on a sec, okay, Rashidi, because I now want to show a teaser of a movie that recently was released on the 6th of April over iFlix. It is called Daulat.
Yeah.
And we are going to show it to our audience right about now. Just in case you've missed it, here we go. Download teaser, the trailer.
Adakah kau pelik? Adakah kau gusar? Yang jadi pemimpinmu seorang yang tidak baik. Ibarat syaitan dinobatkan sebagai pembesar. Kau mungkin susah hati. Adakah semua ini akan menjadi fakta? Tapi sebenarnya kau terima sepenuh hati. Hanya sang kejam yang akan mendapat tahta. Kau mungkin berpendapat pemimpin kena berhati mulia. Tapi ketahuilah di mana-mana tempat, pemimpin baik akan dipijak dan dihina. Ini bukan panduan untuk menjadi pemimpin yang jelek, tapi sekadar peringatan untuk belajar daripada mereka yang licik.
So good, man. It looks.
Woo!
Thank
This
you.
is gonna be on my movie tonight. Movie marathon. It's just that things have been so crazy. With I can hear my son trying to come. Oh, he's coming in. But this is definitely on my list. Just to hear it from the horse's mouth, even though you're not actually you're just the cast. But it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the recent 2020 political unfold, because this was actually done.
This was shot last
way
year.
before, right? This is shot last year. But what are the
Yeah.
chances? Because like kehilangan kuasa, and you play Idrus, the husband
Yeah.
of Suri, which is the deputy president of the opposition party Muna,
Mm-hmm.
and there's so much,
Yeah.
relations
it's
with
just-
recent Malaysian politics right now. But tak ada kena-mengena langsung kan?
Nope. This is just a fiction. It's strictly written out of out of the blue. Even though I heard that
Macam
the writer, I mean
kebetulan je.
the producer, the director Imran Sheikh, he's a lawyer himself, so he must have certain connections and he knows what's going on, right? So. But not to say that I'm not to say that that's actually what happened exactly in the movie and how it relates to in the real life.
But it
It's
was
just coincidence.
a
It's just
brilliant time to release it. Kebetulan. I think
it
that was
is, it is, it is,
very
man. It is.
smart.
It's so apt, right?
Yeah, it is indeed. Okay, azan azan kan.
Yeah.
Baru nak tanya ni soalan panas ni.
Hang on, I think that's my mom's phone. Hang on.
Okay. Kejap Alright, so we are talking to Rashidi Ishak, actor and
I got a address.
runner. I know. That's what I'm gonna ask him later on.
Elephant in the room.
We will be asking him, but we're just gonna wait till he is back.
Because I look at the brother. I love him.
I love both of them. I think I know where you're heading
You
to.
think about Tony Yusof? I love Tony Yusof. You know what I'm saying? I love Tony Yusof. I love Rashidi. I love them.
Alright, so we've got Farah saying definitely her movie to watch tonight too. Suzanne, have you
Yeah,
watched
there's
it?
azan going on
Is that
outside. Yeah.
Beautiful, bro.
Alright, so
You got
Yeah.
to address elephant in the room, brother.
Yeah.
I got to address that. Okay.
okay, he's
What?
gonna address it.
So
Address what?
how was it to act with you know what I'm saying?
So what?
How was it acting with your
Your ex-wife, say it. Jeez.
Yes.
Nampak tu azan terus tutup. Ambil kau. Ada balik.
It was strictly professional, lah.
Bro.
Yeah, I mean, it was I mean, it has its advantage lah. I mean, I know her for the longest time, right? So basically, I know how she can perform and what is expected from her in terms of what kind of level that she can actually give in during the production, the shooting of it. So it's more like I mean, we had good chemistry on set.
Of course.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So it's yeah, it's strictly professional. I mean, I went in, we acted out. I acted out with her, and we talk about our characters. We rehearse and we shoot, and it's basically like then it's just buy lah. That's it lah.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. And it's a stellar cast. You've got Christine there, you've got Tony Yusuf, you've got a lot
Yeah,
of big
yeah.
shot actors and actresses, and it looks really like a good movie that we definitely have to watch
Sure.
tonight.
Yeah,
And I think it's free.
It was
And it's
superb. I
free,
mean,
right?
I love it. I mean, I love working with them. I love working with the rest of the ensemble. I mean, the whole production was really good. I mean, even though we shot only about
2 weeks, right?
2 weeks, yeah, about
Yeah.
2 weeks. Mine was only about five to 7 days, not even more than a week. So, but it was done appropriately lah. I mean, we had a very good rehearsals. We did a pre-pro. We had Fatima Ubaka as our acting coach. She came in and she coached us, getting to the characters and stuff like that, learning the whole process of immersing the role, becoming the role that I played in Daulat lah.
I'm glad to hear this because you and I both acted together in a movie together, and we've spoken about this.
Syndicate.
You just had to mention it, lah. Syndicate, yes, we had great memories on set. That's one thing
Yeah.
great about it, right? And I think one thing great about what you're sharing about Daulat is the fact that we're going old school. You're going back into proper rehearsals, ensuring that
Yeah.
the casts are fitting towards, when there's casting done, it's fitting for that role. You've got
Yep.
rehearsals done way in advance, because I think that's so important. And
It is,
even
yeah.
though you're such a, you've been acting for ages, you still have an acting coach on
Yeah.
board. I think that's great, man. I think that's how it should be.
It's supposed to be a standard practice lah for all. I mean it is. Especially when you have such a good script, right? You don't want to waste it. So you have to invest a lot of time in developing the whole cast to immerse into their roles, like basically to understand what are they playing and how is it needed, what kind of level of expectancy is expected from them to perform on the set, and
Yeah.
to actually convey whatever is needed from the script itself. So it's basically a teamwork, but it all boils down on how we prepare ourselves before even we go into the production to shoot, right? So it's really important that we get that all sorted out first, then only we go to shoot, then it's becoming easier
And then it's
lah.
so much easier, and you waste less time, more productivity there for the people, and it's great for everyone on set. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Rashidi. If there's any last piece of advice for those who are so used to having their daily runs. I know some people from Wang Kiara were getting blasted on social media because they continue to run, whether it's right or wrong, whether they're right or wrong. What is your advice and on coping with the MCO for the next 2 weeks or so?
Yeah, it is stressful for everyone. No, I mean it's quite. We all are being affected by it, but it is our civic duty lah to basically be responsible not only to our surrounding. I mean, those people that live in our society, our neighbors, our family. Right? You just have to be very respectful to yourself first. You have to take care of yourself first before you even think of taking care of others, right? So by doing that, it's basically just observe what is being implemented. I mean, we are being regulated by the government not to go around,
Wise
stay
words.
at home.
Yep.
You just that's a bloody simple civic duty of you to just perform such way. I mean, what is so hard to to comply, right? So I just don't understand. But it's okay. I mean, it's just not really okay lah. I mean, it's affecting everyone. So I
But there are ways
basically
around it lah, kan?
yeah. But in general term, it's basically you just have to go through this together with everyone. I mean, you just have to be strong together, stay together, and inshallah, this is just a phase. I mean, like how it is said in Jurassic Park, life will find its way.
Damn right.
Life will find its way. Thank you so
Jeff
much,
Goldblum.
Shidi.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to Daulat. We will let you all know with regards to our reviews with this. Thank you again, Shidi. And keep on
Thank you so much,
running.
Daphne.
Yeah,
Thank
Stay
you, Joe.
positive, and I love you. Take
Take
care.
care, bro.
Bye-bye, Titi. Tata,
Love you
tutu.
too. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, that was Rashidi Ishak, who is the actor, entrepreneur, as well as a crazy hardcore runner who just completed his half marathon 2 days ago in the confinement of his own house. Our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, is someone who runs her own business selling bags and jewelry, but not just any bag or any tas. Her meticulously hand-woven textile bags have strong traditional art that reminds her of a Javanese childhood, and I love her kampung, by the way. We had the opportunity of
Yep,
balik
it was
kampung
beautiful.
dekat Bogor, yeah, and we'll be speaking to her in just a bit. She is also, ladies and gentlemen, an amazing cook, and recently during the MCO, like many new work from home mums out there, has rediscovered her home or her house and dusted out her barbecue area last weekend during the Easter weekend and shared a quick barbecue dish for us to try. Before I call her up, let's take a look at a snippet of a video that she shared with us over this weekend. Let's take a look. This is Frankie. Let's try and play it on the screens right about. Just trying to get it in.
Okay.
Now, here we go.
Assalamualaikum semua orang. Hello, happy Easter for everybody celebrating today. It's a special day, and I thought I'd come out and share with you my barbecue squid.
Wow.
Barbecue sotong. Enak banget ya. Enak banget. First, you're going to need fresh coriander. I'm going to cut this part, which is the end part, this is usually the part where people throw, but I love this part because it's got a lot of flavor, especially me mashing it up in the tumbuk with some fresh garlic, then chili padi, fresh chilies. Now, if you don't want any chilies, you can take it out, but if you like a lot more heat, I love heat, add it in as much as you want. We're going to need a little bit of salt, and lastly, we're going to sprinkle it with sesame seed. Now, sesame seed is a little bit unusual, but I really think it works well with barbecue squid because sesame tastes really, really good in heat. I didn't say that right. That sounded really wrong. When you cook it, especially when you barbecue it, it tastes really good. Just mix it all together. The bumbu. And then what I normally do, I'll just put a little bit of lime juice, just a little bit, before I put it straight into the barbecue. I'm gonna put sesame in.
Sesame, right?
And just mash it in together. And that's what you're gonna get. This is gonna go into the Barbie, yeah? Yeah, right? Okay, so for the paste, the ingredients for the sotong, again, you're gonna need some garlic, chili padi, 3 pieces, chuck it in there, even with the kulit juga ya, sebab when you tumbuk the garlic, nanti kulitnya juga terkeluar. It's actually easier and faster than just like doing this and then kope, chuck it in. You know, we're mothers. We need to do things slightly faster and we need to find ways to make it easy. Betul nggak? So, ini chili, and then I was talking about the daun ketumbar, the fresh coriander, the batang, yeah? This part. chuck that in, and then we just tumbuk. Kita tumbuk. See, as I go along, I'm taking out of the kulit. Ya, kulitnya semuanya dikeluarin. Oke, sudah. Kita tumbuk. Atau kalau mau, and if you want, what I like is, I love this fish sauce. You can use whatever brand you want that you like. Just put a little bit of that in there. And so what you're gonna get is you're gonna get this paste here, like that. Yeah? Tumbuk roughly. It doesn't have to be very, very smooth, but all the flavor, all the juices from the garlic, from the chili, and from the coriander is out. The aroma is out. Sedap. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make the tomato salad to accompany the sotong. Once that sotong is charred and it's barbecued, you need something fresh, you know, to just complement it. And this is like my go-to salad for everything. If I'm doing a steak, if I'm doing any seafood, I just love it because it's easy and it's fresh and it's raw, right? You need some tomatoes. So you can use all sorts of tomatoes. You can use big tomatoes, small tomatoes. So for me, I've just taken everything that's in the fridge. It's COVID right now. Beggars can't be choosers. Anything is good. So some tomatoes, again, some fresh coriander, some spring onion, chili padi again, but this time I want a little bit more heat. Sebab aku suka banget ya cabai and pedas. And then you are going to need, actually, you're going to need some limau purut, yeah? Fresh lime, just because it's got a lot more aroma and it's got a lot of punch. But I don't have any limau purut at the moment, so I'm just going to use some lemon, and I'm going to use some orange as well. I'm using orange because orange has sweetness to it. So instead of just using sugar, you use natural sugar. But if you want, you can still add some sugar. I normally use pure cane sugar because it's not processed. I don't like things that are processed. Tapi, again, beggars can't be choosers. If you don't have all of those things, put in any form of sweetness, okay? So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start cutting the tomatoes, yeah? And you can just cut them however shape or however big or small you want it. You know, the thing with cooking is that there is no rule. You can do what you want. You don't have to follow the recipes to the exact way. That's why I love cooking. I don't follow recipes. You just create your own. You just create your own thing to your taste. Not everybody is going to like chili, so you can take chilies out. Okay? So just chop it up. If you want it chopped up smaller, you can. I'm not fast. I'm not very anal. For me, it's all about simplicity and how fast. Okay, I'm gonna chop these little babies as well. Most cherry tomatoes are generally sweeter, so I like to chop them in. This yellow one adds a lot of color as well. I love putting color into all of my food. And then some chili padi, yeah. This one chili padinya kecil-kecil aja. If you can take the bigger heat, go for it. And then the spring onion, you want to chop this a little bit finer. I don't really like them to be a bit too big. I like them quite small because I don't want it to overpower the tomatoes. Right? Okay, those three things. Now, I have terasi here yang udah dibakar. Terasi is belacan in bahasa Malaysia, but in English we call it, what do we call it in English actually, terasi shrimp paste, dried shrimp paste. What I want to do with this is I'm going to put it in here, and I am going to just kind of mash this up, and I'm going to put some lemon again if I don't have lime juice, so I'm just going to use lemon, and then I'm going to add some orange for some sweetness. Masukin dia. Sip. A little bit of salt. If you want extra sugar, add a little bit of sugar. This is pure cane sugar. It's nice and natural. A little bit of this. It's going to be, you have to taste and see if it's too salty. Enak. Sedap.
Sedap, please.
Chuck it in there. Yeah.
Must be the neighbor's dogs.
Voila. Mix it all up together. If you want to add a little bit of olive oil, you can do so. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, depending how healthy I feel. But I just like it like this, without the olive oil. Just taste it.
She's like eating on the go.
Hey!
Sadap banget ya, Frankie.
Mantap. Nothing beats this. Fresh, healthy. And it tastes good. The terasi, the belacan, just really gives it a bit of a punch. If you have a company taste bud like me, you can put a little bit more terasi. Mantap.
So this is her way of doing a faster way.
Sotong in the Barbie. The chef is helping Lazar. Are you helping mommy?
Yeah. Well, helping Dad.
Oh, that looks good. Is that her sound bite?
Okay, that's done.
Meja, I ada teleconference sekarang ni.
Alright.
Okay, just letak dekat meja tu. Lobby B. Alright, thanks.
Okay, hold on, guys.
Alright,
this
sorry,
is the house
I
after all.
had a delivery person just calling me, but I said just place it on. Alright, okay, we're gonna call Frankie right now. That looks absolutely delicious. It's not fair that she's showcasing all that and we can't taste it from here. Right?
I cannot tahan.
Frankie! Oh my god!
Hello.
Ya Allah, ya Tuhanku. Do you know that we actually just edited, or rather he edited it. So I hadn't seen the full video and that was my live reaction. Oh my god, girlfriend, that looks so delicious.
Astaga. That was taken by my 8-year-old daughter, yo.
So itu yang rambutnya apa macam ada efek sikitnya.
Yes. What's the sexy porn bit there?
Astaghfirullahalazim. Apa ni? Porn pula.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I have to introduce you formally. This is Francisca Turner Shaikh. I call her Frankie. She's the founder of Frankitas, which is a fashion. She sells beautiful bags and jewelry as well as home decor. This is her website, and Frankie is here. You are working safe from home. How has the month been so far, Frankie? Tell us.
Aduh.
Aduh.
Grey hair lihat banyak gak?
But
I
you
don't
look so
think you
sexy
can
right now lah.
see.
Lega Senorita itu.
But we love the fact that you're playing with that blower. I think that's really genius of you to be resourceful.
Actually, I cannot credit myself. I have to credit that thing is not even a hair dryer. It's a garden punya hair blower.
For the leaves.
It's a garden blower. You know, kan you have dry leaves in your garden. You tak nak sapu semua.
Talk about good blow jobs in the garden.
Yes.
Oh man.
So kadang-kadang when you're in a rush, when you do your barbecue, you have your coal and then you have to wait for so long.
Yeah.
So my genius of a husband decided to use the garden punya blower. And of course lah, me being a vain pot, my anak being a vain pot, I cakap dengan husband, can you please give us a selfie moment? So kita pun layan lah.
So first you blow the barbecue, then you blow the hair.
Correct. Killing two birds in one stone.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay, I had so much fun watching that video. We were talking about this when we did Raya. Was it last year?
Yeah, nearly 1 year ago, babe.
About a year ago. Yeah, exactly. Almost a year ago. And here we are doing it, surprise, during the MCO. Over distance instead of doing it together, live together. Because we've been wanting to do a cooking show like this, but here we are, improvising. I mean, that's just the new normal right now, right?
Isn't that crazy that there is a new normal?
I don't know, man.
It's pretty. It's still pretty profound. How things have just drastically changed. I mean, for now, it's still a little bit shocking, I suppose, for everybody. Of course, we don't want deaths on anyone. We don't want sickness on anyone. But, you know, I'm keeping my faith. I'm sure you are too. You have to be at this crazy, unpredictable time. You have to keep your faith, because without that, how the hell do you cope mentally, right? And how do you not visualize the positive when we're at this state? You go insane. You absolutely go insane. Like today, we heard not such good news about my husband's job, you know. But Alhamdulillah, he hasn't lost his job, even though there is a massive pay cut. It's sad, but he still has a job. So that is Alhamdulillah.
I think it's that at the end of the day, it's trying to find the blessing or the silver lining in everything. Like, I'm exhausted being a cook, a cleaner, because my helper's not around, a teacher. I salute the teachers at our school now, you know. I'm just, thank you so much, because it's just so tiring. But the blessing is that I've rediscovered my home. I rediscovered my husband, my kids a little bit better.
Jo, enjoy it, Jo.
Yes. I have a lot of blow jobs also.
No, because I have to blow
but my
the
hair dryer
hair.
is smaller. My hair dryer is smaller.
Is this live?
Yes, it is.
Astaga, Jo, kau ni.
But just going back to what you were cooking earlier on, I'm just curious. Can you use the same paste for anything besides seafood? Can it be used on ayam ka, beef ka?
Absolutely. Well, that's the beauty about the recipes that I create, because you know, kan, now you know more than ever. I don't have a helper. I haven't had a helper for years now. So it's just me doing the cooking and the cleaning, and Jamie, my husband, helps out, thankfully. But so when you create and when you cook these dishes, you want to create stuff that you can sort of clone for other dishes juga, you know. So it's not just sotong, but I use it in prawns, I use it in ikan, on steak or chicken. However, I have to say that particular paste that I tumbuk works really well on seafood generally.
Okay.
Not beef, you can, chicken pun boleh, but seafood much better. I think with like, pardon?
Ada kick lagi lah if with seafood lah.
Because it's quite light. And what I find is, we're talking about the paste for the sotong punya recipe ke, or for the salad punya recipe? Yang mana satu?
all actually.
All actually.
So and okay, so this is the good thing about the paste, because there's two recipes there, right? So
Yeah.
one is the paste for the barbecue sotong.
Yeah.
The second is the salad that complements the barbecue sotong. The salad again it's a very versatile salad, because you can have it with chicken, with beef, seafood, anything you want. In fact, you don't even need meat pun. You suka your veggies kan? I
Yeah.
pun suka my veggie. So you just need some Thai rice, jasmine rice yang baru panas gitu. Terus you have this salad with the panas rice. You just makan like that. You know, you put extra belacan. Astaghfirullahalazim.
What I
Or
noticed.
even with telur ceplok, we call it in bahasa Indonesia, which is your apa tuh, telur mata kebau, or your sunny
ceplok.
side up, with that salad and nasi panas jasmine. Pakai tangan.
That's the best.
Mantap.
No, but I
Mantap.
noticed actually it's very Thai-ish just now. But
It is.
What
It's
made it
kind-
difference was the sambal the belacan actually. What that would make a bit slightly non-Thai lah.
Yes, but Thai people pun pakai belacan, but not like us lah.
Yeah.
Our belacan, they use the fish sauce, which I also incorporated because you want that liquid from the fish sauce to go, and that it complements the belacan. But the belacan, you have to make sure you have to bakar the belacan before you pound it, because that's when you bakar it. One, it's not soggy; it becomes a bit drier. Second, it brings out the aroma some more, so you kind of have that smoky smokiness.
Beautiful.
How is it
You
that
are-
you're so passionate about cooking? I know you are an amazing. You have an eye for fashion and stuff like that. There's no doubt about that. We're going to talk more about Frankitas in just a bit. But yeah, how is it that you're so passionate about cooking and you're not doing anything while expanding on those skills?
So my late dad, I come from a food family. My late father was, he started off as a chef, and then he worked for the biggest industrial catering company in the world. And then he set up his own industrial catering company here, and that's how we ended up being in KL, because my dad and my mom, they were expats here, and they were in the food business. And my grandparents in Indonesia, in the kampung, they also had their own like warung in Jakarta once upon a time, and their soto was quite famous in the 70s and the 80s. In Jakarta, but then the government took the land away, and so they had to move, and so they went back to the kampung. My grandpa became an ojek guy.
What's an
In
ojek
the end,
for those
ojek.
who are...
Ojek, the guy in motorbike, like Grab.
Okay.
Yeah. But so on that note, my 80-year-old grandmother has set up her warung again.
Woo!
In the kampung, and has started making her signature soto in the kampung. So we have like people from the different kampung now going to her warung and eating her soto. So I mean, if my 80-year-old grandmother can open her warung and do well, I think we can all thrive in the food business when you have the passion and and when you just have the love for cooking. And again, my parents and my grandparents have always instilled that love for food. Like he used to take us out for makan all the time. We traveled all over the world to makan some of the best food, not necessarily the most expensive, but good food anyway. So, and I did a lot of internship in my father's company. I was a cleaner, I was his cashier, I was a mopper. I was also I did a lot of chopping in the kitchen. I helped in his kitchen with the chefs. I was a manager for one of his cafes, and then from there onwards, after college, I kind of had my own little very bespoke catering company.
Oh, there you go.
So I used to cater for parties, for birthdays, anniversaries. I used to cook, masa, everything in my kitchen, and then bring to people's houses. And then I used to also cook in their houses. So I'll buy their groceries, and then kan orang yang anniversaries, they said,
You have have done something about this skill.
I have. I've done it all. I think I did it all. But when you're in your 20s, you're slugging in the kitchen. I think I was 23 when I started doing that. But I had two jobs. I was an editorial assistant in a publishing company, and I also did my part-time catering gig. And then I realized, oh shit, man, I'm 23. I'm not. I had no life. So I kind of gave up the catering because it was so penat and it was just me. And to be honest, I didn't really know how to operate a catering business. And my father at the time, he passed on, and I kind of shut down from food.
Well, that was 2 decades ago, a decade plus ago.
Yeah.
From catering or food, helping out dad in that sense, and doing editorial PR, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? You've moved on to fashion.
Yes.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So you are the proud owner and founder of Frankitas, which is basically your name plus tas, which is bag. Yeah.
Shit, I just...
La ilaha. Okay, ni tak
I
tahu.
didn't discover that.
Tas.
Yeah. Tas tangan, okay.
Alright, so they consciously marry Asian heritage through ancient technique textile and creating them into beautiful bags. You are also your presence is also in Spain, in US recently. You're a strong advocate of building a sustainable business, and you stand firm on ensuring that you are fair to the weavers that you have all around Asia.
Yeah.
How do you manage to be ethical but ensuring that your business sustains? Because I know of bigger corporations who always say that, okay, we're helping out these, the smaller communities and stuff, but they also sort of exploit them. I've seen documentaries about them, but I know you, and you really work hard in ensuring that you're very fair to your weavers and getting the best quality from them, but also, not charging your customers an arm and a foot at the same time. How do you manage to do that and still sustain your business, Frankie?
I think it's check and balance, but most importantly, I think it comes with intention and niyat, right?
Yeah.
And we talk about you talk about niyat all the time in a lot of your posts, and it's absolutely, it always boils down to niyat, intention, in everything that you do. Whether you're in a relationship, whether you're in business, it always goes back to niyat. And I started this business not to be a millionaire. I did it because I have a love affair with traditional textile, because of the art, and because of the work and the time that goes into every piece of the textile. And you see these women working for hours and days on just one loom. You think, holy moly, the patience and the tenacity, and it's incredible. It really is art. So that is something that I have always loved, and I think I wanted to communicate that to the rest of the world, the intricacies and the love, the real love in that. I mean, people talk about, artists, and they associate, art with paintings and, photography. And the last thing that the mass population thinks about is textile. But for me, ancient technique textile is an art form even beyond. Absolutely. That's one thing. I think the other thing is the fact that, I grew up in a kampong, which you and Joe and the family have been to. I mean, the kampong has really developed now, but back then, as a baby and as a kid, we had the rivers, we had the paddy field, and, I grew up with the river and the paddy field, and, you shower there, you wash your baju there, you munching in the paddy field.
From the guest room that we slept at, there's that mountain that really.
Yeah.
What mountain was that again?
Itu Gunung Tangak.
Oh my God! Yeah, what a beautiful sight amongst the paddy fields and stuff like that. You're right.
But like you, Paul, you come from Sabah, and I've seen your kampong. It's stunning. kampong where everything is very community driven. You know, if your neighbor is hungry, the whole kampong goes to that neighbor and gives rice and gives lauk, you know, and vice versa. Nobody is going to go hungry in my kampong because we're all there for one another. And so I think my grandparents, because I was brought up by them, and you know, it takes a village to raise a child, and I was a product of that child. Honest to God, it was the entire village that raised me, and I'm sure it was the entire village that raised you guys as well. And so you have this sense of ownership and a sense of responsibility to the community, whether that community is in your kampong or whether that community is in, you know, Gasing or in PJ or Klanajaya or wherever you are.
And isn't it apt that you're talking about community, that we're having this virus that is in a way getting people together? I've seen donations flooding in for the frontliners, for the marginalized community. Everyone is coming together because everyone is feeling the pinch. Whether you're at the T20 or the B40 category, everyone's feeling the pinch of this horrible disease. But the good thing is the pollution's going down. I'm sure you've seen these reports. And it's Mother Earth saying, guys, please, like, stop what you're doing and let's all be a community again. And I think you've just said it really spot on about us rebuilding ourselves by being more community-based. You are a big advocate. Actually, I'm not sure if you used to. Well, okay, let me get this straight. You are also working alongside with Fuji School, which is a school for refugees. And you started out by training the students in the Fuji to make their own jewelry, so it was called Fuji La. But now you're more invested with the school. How so and why?
So the reason why I got involved in both organizations was thanks to Deborah Henry. So Deborah and I went to school together. Her mother was our English teacher. Deborah and I did cheerleading together. But you know, I left the school, and she was a lot more junior than I was. So I left. So it was only a few years back that we sort of rekindled. We sort of, you know, met up, and Deborah reached out and said, "Hey, you know, can you help?" You know, she had envisioned about creating a sustainable business to really sustain the school. You know, the school has been around for 10 years now, and they've dedicated themselves to offering high-quality education to refugee kids in Kuala Lumpur who have no access to education, no access to medical. So, you know, God bless Deborah to step in and to take ownership and be responsible for these hundreds of children, right? And, you know, after doing this for 10 years, you sort of, I think finance-wise, a lot of people started giving less and some people don't give. And so it was a lot more difficult to finance the school. So she was constantly raising funds. And hence why she reached out and said, "Hey Frankie, can you please help me create this brand so it can sustain the school financially, one, but also, you know, provide livelihood for the kids and give them, you know, practical training, designing, marketing, sales, branding, all of these things that make up running of a business." So I did. I went to the school and I started doing some hours and I started, you know, with the basic design teaching on how to make jewelry. And to be honest with you, I am not a jewelry designer. You know, I don't have any training or whatsoever. It's something that, you know, I love doing these things, and I love learning, and I love creating. And so when you have that love to create, you research, right? YouTube is right there. It's a blink of an eye. You just
Resources, just use it. It's free.
there you go. So I just Googled and I taught myself the basics on how to do jewelry. And I taught the kids this brand, thanks to Deborah. It's an accessory jewelry line that is sustainable, it's eco-friendly. But again, it's not for profit, which means that all the profit from this jewelry brand discussion again with Fuji's school. I help them in terms of, trying to raise funds. Recently, obviously, it's not, Deborah was trying to raise funds, not just for the kids and the families in the school, but also the refugee community around, outside the school as well. And again, because you brought up in that community where everybody gives what they can, you're just on auto mode, right? Your auto mode is just call my friends, email my friends, WhatsApp them and say, hey guys, can you help? Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And you ask your friends whose birthday can they sponsor susuta untuk the babies. You just kind of get your shit together.
And you just basically work on whatever resources that you have.
Absolutely.
Things happen. Now I'm looking at your fujila.com website right now. I mean the earrings. I've got a couple of items myself that I wear very proudly because not only are they gorgeous, but it serves a great. There's a lot of meaning behind it, so I wear it with pride. And it's stunning. You've even done a collaboration with Uniqlo, which is a very big brand.
Yeah.
So it's going towards the right direction. It's just, I guess it's just more awareness with regards to the brand because I think it's beautiful. It's not like one of those chaplang, those simple, easy to make ones that anyone can do. It's really good quality earrings for a very affordable price.
Yeah.
How are things going now? I mean, now that it's,
Like any businesses, Frankitas has suffered. I think Fujiwa has also suffered in so many ways. One is the product development. We're struggling to create more products, struggling to design because suppliers just isn't there. We get supplies from different countries, and we don't have that. And at the same time, we have some products in the gallery which we share with Frankitas, and we sell online. Nobody is really buying stuff online. People are buying food and basic necessities, but people are not willing to spend on accessories, bags, and fair enough. I'm not buying clothes, I'm not buying shoes. Would you buy clothes and things that you don't really need right now?
Actually, that's just it. That was my next question, or one of the questions I wanted to ask you, because at the same time, while a lot of people have their financial concerns with regards to the uncertainties of the virus and their job and stuff like that, there are also some people who shop to escape. And many of them will go online, and there's a lot of promotions going on right about now where everyone's slashing their deals because they know, and it just brings them happiness when a gift to them arrives. So I was wondering if that's the same for for fashion, and at least in what you're experiencing right now. But it seems that it is affecting you guys also, right? I don't know.
Massively. I mean, I don't really know if people are still buying. Maybe they are. They're just not buying our stuff at the moment because there isn't any. And to be honest, as a brand owner, I haven't. It's been a while since I post on Frankitas. I normally post something on a daily basis, but it hasn't really felt right in my heart to really be pushing my brand, even though I still need to pay rent, I still need to pay my team. But it's not right in my happy. The fact that people buying, and then you have doctors and nurses fighting for lives, and then here I am trying to sell this. Yes, they're beautiful handbags, but do people need it right now? They don't.
Because one thing about you, Frankie, is like you said it just now earlier on. When you started Frankitas, it's not as if you wanted to be a millionaire, and that's why the DNA of your business is about strict ethic ethical sustainability. I guess it could be a downfall in that sense for you
Yeah.
because you're so, like your moral compass is like that. Your DNA. Whereas for me, I would say like go ahead. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a business, and you still want to showcase your beautiful. But maybe to some people they say, tapi rindu lah tengok your beautiful curation of your IG work. It makes me happy. For me, I like looking at beautiful things. It makes me happy. But
Yeah.
now that I'm hearing it from you, you're like, you don't think it's right because people are dying, and me posting it up as if I'm pushing my business. Wow, it's just when I think I know you, Frankie, I'm like, that just sort of blew my mind. Like, I never thought of it that way. I never thought of it that she didn't want to post it because she just, it's the way she feels that way. For me, I'm like, mana post dia? Lawa lah. I suka. It makes me happy. It makes me, it's my escapism looking at all these beautiful stuff. Whether I can afford to buy it yet, but I like looking at them.
Yeah.
Wow. That's just mind blowing.
Well, I don't know. I struggled. I struggled for a while. I asked my husband, what do I do? And this is the first time that I kind of, it's the first time in business, in anything I do. Normally I'm quite decisive. I'm normally quite reactive. I put a lot of thought to things, and then I do it, and I decide and I do it. But this is the first time that it's really hit me and it's really struck me. I have never struggled, and I feel like I'm at a tug of war. The business side of me is saying, yes, you should still promote your business, because other businesses are. But the other side of me is tugging war with the fact that, but how can you? It's not the right time. It really isn't the right time. And maybe I will feel a lot more comfortable once we're out of COVID and when the cases.
That's going to take some time though, Frankie.
Sorry?
That's going to take some time, They're thinking
It
about
is. It is. It's going to take a hell of a lot of time. But what do I do?
So what are you going to do right now?
To be honest with you, Porn, I don't really have a great big grand plan. I don't. But right now, I am very, very, very fortunate, alhamdulillah, to have been given an opportunity to work on an mobile e-commerce platform who Frankitas is on board with. I mean, it's not launched yet. It's only going to be launched. The pre-launch is in September.
Tapi adalah something lah.
But, ada rezeki. They have asked me to help them in brand curation and the curation of, influencer management and marriage with the brand. And that I'm thankful for that, God is looking out for me. And, my mother has always said to me, kamu ini beruntung sekali. Kamu harus terima kasih sama Tuhan sebab Tuhan nggak pernah akan melihat kamu nggak ada makanan. Kamu nggak akan lapar. And that's always struck in me. And maybe and again, it's coming back to having faith and to what you believe in. And I think this is a time to really dig deep. And I think this is the first time the entire human population is awake. You know what I mean? We're awake.
Woke. They're woke now as a.
Well, kind of. I think some people are still asleep, or half asleep,
sadly,
or sleepwalking. Because there's still, I guess there's some who's, even world leaders who are still in bloody denial of what's going on at the moment. It's irresponsible, and let's not even go there. And I think, you know what, Pon? I think even post MCO, it's not just in Malaysia. There are some of us who are still, there's a lot of us, hopefully, inshallah, who is going to take on this radical change in our lifestyle, it's really 180 degrees turn in everything that we do personally and professionally as well. And that's why I talk about sustainability from day one.
Yep.
If everybody lived their life and worked their life in a sustainable world, this wouldn't have happened. Sustainability is about fairness. It's about being ethical. It's about protecting and guarding nature, the flora and fauna. It's the whole cycle. But we've effed it up. We've completely effed it up. And again, post MCO, there's going to be a lot of us that are going to take on this change and fully execute this change and live our lives differently in a positive way. But there are also going to be people who is going to go back to a little sleep. Some are going to go in a deep sleep.
Well, I hope more people will be woke instead of, and those who are still sleeping to wake up. Nicely summarized, I must say, Frankie. Thank you so very much for sharing with us snippets of your home, snippets of your thoughts, very deep thoughts that everyone should learn from. And I learned something new about you, even though we've been friends for a couple of years. And wow, it all boils down to intentions. And I'm so glad, I'm so honored to be a pal, your friend. Thank you for sharing it.
Nonsense like you. I'm honored to be your pal. You've got a good heart. You really have a soft heart.
Bless you, Frankie. We'll be speaking more. It's amazing that we've got technology to keep us sane. And
even though I'm a retard technology-wise.
You're doing fine, girlfriend. And I think that video was just pretty awesome. I'm gonna try and get some seafood and figure a way how to do a Barbie, mate.
Barbie, mate.
Thank you so much. Once again, we will showcase.
So much,
Bye, Frankie.
Bye. Take care. Lots of love.
Lots of love. We will be showcasing all of my captions, all the websites and Instagram that we were talking about. That was really profound. That's probably one of my most profound conversations I've ever had with Frankie ever since our last Raya meet. I'm just going to end the show because I just realized that it's 5:20. It was supposed to be an hour show, but I just wanted to end this on a high. And she spoke about gratefulness. Rashidi also spoke about gratitude, and I want to share with you a little gratitude video that I had early this morning when I woke up. Oh, you removed it. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. But yeah.
Where's the thing?
Oh no, it was on my Instagram. This morning when I was watering the plants,
Where is your Instagram?
Yeah, it was.
Where's the Google?
Oh dear, it disappeared. Oh well, okay. I wanted to share it with you guys, but unfortunately it just disappeared. It's alright. Just boleh ya? Okay. This morning when I was watering the plants, I discovered something that really just blew my mind, because I never have ever expected this to be found in my sky garden. Those who follow me knows that I've got a Aiking Azmi little garden on my balcony, my condo, and take a look at my discovery. I'll leave you and I'll see you on Thursday, and I'll end with this video. Bye.
Yes, it's so apt that we celebrated Easter yesterday, because as I came up to do my watering of the plants, I was like wondering, why is my curry leaf? You know, it's so apt to do my...
Okay, you alright?
Yep.
I was like wondering, why is my curry leaves like this? Check it out. So I was like, kenapa ni? Iman, what happened to it? Did you just disturb it? Okay, so my curry leaves was a little bit more bunched up. I showed the girls and they were excited. And then I found a nest.
No, nobody can see.
Eggs in it. Can you see the eggs?
This will end up.
Can put that.
Did you see it, Iman, just now?
Yeah.
Isidore, do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Oh my god, I just had to carry Isidore, so I'm a bit semput because he's so heavy. But yeah, things like that just makes me so happy. Really happy that it's happening in my own garden. And my garden's like tiny, weeny, okay, look. Oh, such happiness, simple joys in life. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Bye. We'll see you on Thursday, 4
You know,
p.m.
it's so apt. Yes, it's so apt that he celebrated Easter.
Okay.
Yay!